The countdown is on. Labour is now officially in government. We now know who our government is for the next few years. And there's one more important piece that we are all missing. May 20th. Write this down in your diaries, put a reminder on your phone, because this is going to be the single most important date in every single property person who wants to enter the market in a long, long time. May 20th, we're going to see the rate cuts happen a second time this year. Why am I saying it's so important, and why should we all put some emphasis on it? If we just have a look back, I believe it was February 18, our first rate cut has happened. What actually this did for consumer confidence and people like myself and you listening to this right now, it finally gave hope to many Australians that now the market is changing. Are we going back to the old interest rates of 2.5%? Now, I'm not saying it's going to go that low, but one thing is for certain. With lower interest rates, it means a lot more people can enter the market. May 20th being one of the most important days in anyone who's looking at entering the property market, it signals for everyone that maybe affordability is coming back into the mix and maybe the market is opening up again. Now, there are a few things based on Labor's win that we can expect. One thing's for certain, international investors now have a 2 years pause on buying established properties. However, there could be a little loophole here. There's nothing that's stipulating that they may not be able to buy something that's brand new or off the plan. So what does that mean? If the international market are now, foreign residents are stuck to purchasing one sector of the market, it may slowly drive prices up. But again, let's not focus on that too much. The Labor government are now committing to building 100,000 homes for first home buyers. These are brand new properties. And let's be real, no matter where the property is or how nice the property, we all like the new things in life. And property is no exception to that. So, May 20th, we're going to see the rate cuts that finally do happen, hopefully up to 0.5%. What does that mean for your borrowing capacity? Over the past years, everyone has had this same borrowing stuck, they're stretched at maybe 500, 520, and it limits you what you can buy into the market. And that's why we could see that the last, I would say 18 months, has been a buyer's market. But a lot of us just stood back and not really did much. And let's have a look at one of the major things that the Labor Party has now progressed and are now implementing. If you can see on my screen, the thresholds are increasing. What does that mean? We can now buy higher priced properties based on the market. This should have happened years ago. So we are not priced out of the market in certain areas. But there's something even more important. With the thresholds being increased and the borrowing capacity slowly increasing because the rates are dropping May 20th, that means that one, consumer confidence is back again, and two, we can afford that 650, maybe 700k price point again. But what does it mean for the existing stuff on the market? I have seen so many clients enter the market wanting to progress, but just stood there and did nothing. They waited to see who the government was. They keep waiting for interest rates to be cut. But let's just pause there. From February 18 all the way to now, even if there's only been one rate decrease, because the RBA has only met once, all of a sudden now we're seeing, what are we seeing? Even the big banks are reducing their rates on fixed rates, even on variable, even without the RBA coming together and reducing rates. Now, that is massive. That signals that we will see rates decrease in the very short future. People can afford certain properties now. Let's have a look at Jane. They might only could afford 600k maybe 6 months ago, pricing out of the market. All of a sudden now they can borrow 700k. Sellers, developers, agents, they know this. They know affordability is back and you can go and stretch yourself a bit higher. So people will start increasing prices. So when everyone starts saying there's going to be a massive boom, the market's going to go crazy. Look, I do see the market going to take off in certain regions, and Melbourne being one of them, but it's only because it's stabilizing to the rest of the marketplace. If rates are dropping and you can't borrow at 750 anymore, people are going to see that, and developers are going to see that, and agents are going to see that, and they're going to push prices up, and everyone's going to be entering the market more than ever. And what does it mean? Prices will increase. If people can afford properties again, it's as simple as that. Prices will increase. It's not rocket science. I believe we tend to focus on the little nitty-gritty, all these policy changes, all the data, but at the end of the day, if population is increasing in one certain region and people have incomes of over 100k and they can afford the median average of that suburb, and there's so much more people going into that suburb or that region, prices are going to increase. It's as simple as that. And I'm not talking about regional areas. I'm talking about 2.5 hours from a CBD, 50 to 55 minutes from a major CBD, 20 minutes from an airport, right near local amenities, right near already connected and established areas where there's schools, where there's everything around. That is so important. These are the areas that we have forecasted that are going to absolutely explode in the near future. And it could be as early as May 20th. Now, I have a lot of clients who are waiting towards the end of the financial year to get into property, or even wait to the beginning of the financial year. 100% you may be waiting too late. You're going to see so many more people enter the market just after May 20th. And what you're going to see in the month of June, well, let's just say May 21st all the way to June 30th. Everyone's going to be like, now is my last chance to get into the market, now more than ever. But let me tell you, you have, what is it now? 5th of May, you have 15 days to take control of that situation. So many people, and I know if you're listening to this, this may be you. You may be waiting for a long time for all this to happen. Don't make the mistake and wait another 15 more days. Start now, start progressing your financial documents together, start speaking to a broker, go get your borrowing capacity, go start having those conversations with your advisor or your strategist, and enter the property market. Now more than ever is going to be your opportunity. And if the thresholds are increasing and the borrowing capacities are increasing, the rates are dropping, people are entering the market, consumer confidence is back, of course prices are going to increase in the very near future. We've already seen it from October last year till now. Construction costs aren't getting any cheaper. First home buyers don't want to live in a 40, 50-year-old home that may have mold or they put some maintenance. Do you know how expensive it is to renovate a bathroom these days? We save so hard for our deposits. We may have saved 10 years for maybe 50 to 100K. And you may need that for a deposit. Then all of a sudden, you're going to renovate your bathroom and your kitchen. I did one recently. It cost me over 38 grand to just renovate my kitchen. I don't know about you, but that could be my repayments annually for my loan. That's not a smart way how to use your money. But we are not talking about these things. We are not progressing the conversation. And that's the sad thing. And that's the reality of things at the end of the day. I had some notes earlier that clients are still waiting for the opportunities to arise. If you're watching this video and it's not May 20th, you still have time. But the next 15 days, the countdown is on now. Make that move because it all starts with you. No matter who the government is, no matter who's in charge of the country, no matter what the banks are doing, it all starts with you. And everyone says the same thing. I wish I started earlier. Let me tell you, if you've been waiting for 12 months to start or enter the property market, would you have been better off if you bought 12 months ago? Of course the answer is yes. But we just don't talk about it. So what do? Make a change because it all starts with you. I can make these videos, I can keep talking about it, I can show you all the data and the stats. But at the end of the day, if you don't have the willingness and intent to invest, because it all does start with you, it may cost you $100,000. As simple as that. So, what do I do from here? What do I do now? We have a great team. Maybe listen to our latest webinar, or maybe just read our articles, watch some of our videos. There is so much content for you to be educated and learn on. Maybe you can click on the link and have a chat with one of our fantastic strategists. But one thing is for certain, you need to start now or you may be priced out of the market. And don't make that mistake. Don't give yourself an opportunity not to have an opportunity. It starts with you, again, because you want to know, you want to educate yourself. But maybe no one is telling you that you need to make that move now and the countdown is on more than ever. 15 days is all you have to May 20th. This is the first time in a long time that we just had an Australian election. We will have a rate cut in 15 days' time. You are seeing consumer confidence enter the market and the government is encouraging 100,000 newly built homes in the next 3 to 4 years. So all that signals to us as a research advisory firm is that you better believe prices are increasing. It's happening sooner than we all think. So don't make the mistake. Do your research correctly. Listen to the correct content. Foreign investors know for years that there's an opportunity right underneath us. And Sydneysiders are now acting. I see Melbourne residents acting. There are hidden gems and hidden hotspots all around the country. Melbourne being one of them. Have a look at these suburbs and how much they have grown in just 3 to 4 years. Have a look in Brisbane. These suburbs have grown so quick in less than 5 years. So what's stopping you? Don't give yourself that same, I wish you did it sooner. Make a change now. And I'll even do another video later on signaling why certain areas grow quicker than the others. If you want to know all about that, click on our channel below. Please like and subscribe. And I'll be dissecting everything to do about property and the areas that may just skyrocket sooner than you think. Thank you.